Nikolay Sergeyevich Naumov was born on the 11th of April 1895 in the village of Prokhozna of Moshansk County of Penza Province to the family of a psalmist. In the family there was at least one son, Alexei. According to the questionnaire of the arrested, before February 1917, Nikolay Naumov worked in a bakery of the town of Penza and studied, while after served in the army as a record clerk and worked at a factory of the town of Penza. After finishing college, Nikolay Sergeyevich married maiden Antonina, the daughter of priest Viktor Ivanovich Bogorodetsky, and was ordained a deacon to one of the churches of the town of Kuznetsk of Sredny-Volzhsky County of Penza Province. According to the materials of the archive investigation case, the deacon followed Patriarch Tikhon's direction. During the liquidation of middle-class elements in the town of Kuznetsk and Kuznetsk County from January to July 1919, about 200 people were arrested: landowners, former landlords, and clergymen. Deacon Nikolay Naumov was among these people, being exiled from Sredny-Volzhsky County. In 1922, Deacon Nikolay came to the town of Ruza of Moscow Province, where he began to serve at the Church of the Intercession of Virgin Mary. In Ruza, the clergyman lived in Krasnaya Street, House 14. According to the protocols of the interrogation, by that time Father Nikolay had 3 children. His wife was sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment for plundering the property of a kolkhoz. In the end of June 1932, the brother of Deacon Nikolay, priest Alexei Naumov, came to the town of Ruza and began to serve at the Church of Michael the Archangel in the village of Mikhailovskaya of Ruza district. On the 8th of February 1933, the brothers were arrested being accused in participation in a counter-revolutionary organization of clergy in order to overthrow Soviet authorities. The indictment of Father Nikolay was rather standard for that time: anti-kolkhoz agitation, dissatisfaction with the Soviet authorities, and overtaxing. However, there were some differences. In the counter-revolutionary organization named the Den of the Wolf, led by the prior of the Church of Great Martyr Demetrius of Thessalonica, Archpriest Jan Nekrasov, apart from Deacon Nikolay Naumov, there was priest of the Church of Michael the Archangel, Alexei Naumov, as well as prepost of the Church of the Intercession of Virgin Mary, Mikhailov Vasily Mikhailovich, and active parishioners of the Churches of the Intercession of Virgin Mary and Great Martyr Demetrius of Thessalonica. Possibly they were the people who, under the leadership of Father Ivan, prevented the churches from being closed. So the authorities decided to eliminate them physically. In the indictment it was written, aiming to attract people to their counter-revolutionary group, they helped some faithful financially, gathering in the flats of Deacon Naumov as well as of Selenina and Karenova, where they had anti-Soviet talks. They collected signatures against closing of the cathedral of the town of Ruza. On the 21st of September, on the holiday of the Nativity of Virgin Mary, Priest Nekrasov and Deacon Naumov went across the village performing a public prayer and agitating against collective farms. Father Nikolay, like other accused people, behaved courageously during the interrogation, defending his religious beliefs. The evidence of that fact is the protocol of interrogation. On the 22nd of April 1933, according to the 58th article, paragraphs 10 and 11 of the Criminal Code of Russia, the OGPU Troika of Moscow region sentenced Deacon Nikolay and his brother. Like Archpriest Jan Nekrasov, they were exiled to Kazakhstan for 3 years and served their sentence in OGPU Karlak labor camp of the town of Karaganda. When the term of their imprisonment expired, Deacon Nikolay Naumov returned to his native Penza and began to work as a night watch at the church of St. Mitrofan of Voronezh. His wife, Antonina Viktorovna, got divorced with him and married for the 2nd time. In January 1938, in the most terrible period of persecutions, for the supporting church life of his native exhausted diocese, Archpriest Vladimir Artablevsky returned. He led a communion at the only active church of St. Mitrofan of Voronezh, uniting the survived clergymen. But in the late autumn of 1939, a criminal case against the communion was filed. The clergyman and some parishioners of the church were arrested. On the 6th of November 1939, Deacon Nikolay Naumov, who served as a night watch at a church of St. Mitrofan of Voronezh, was arrested by the NKVD department of the town of Penza. According to the indictment, he was accused for anti-Soviet agitation, revolt and defeatist activity, and for being a member of anti-Soviet group of clergymen. During the investigation, Deacon Nikolay was held in Penza prison number 1. Neither during the interrogations nor during the confrontations the clergyman admitted his guilt in the charges. He said he knew nothing about counter-revolutionary activity or the clergy he was connected to. Moreover, during a confrontation with a person who had slandered him, Father Nikolay called him the betrayer of the Church. On the 16th of January 1940, the case of Deacon Nikolay Naumov was reviewed. The indictment, according to the 58th article, paragraph 12 of the Criminal Code of Russia, for not denouncing and hiding the anti-Soviet activity that was known by him and led by Onikov and others in his presence. After the investigation, the indictment, according to the 58th article, paragraph 12 of the Criminal Code of Russia, was not fully proved, but new information accusing Naumov and S. was found. He was accused according to the 73rd article, part 1, paragraph 2 of the Criminal Code of Russia, and the measures of restraint, the imprisonment of Naumov, were decided not to change. The further fate of the clergyman is still unknown. On the 23rd of November 1995, Deacon Nikolay Naumov was rehabilitated by the prosecutor's office of Penza region. The repressing machine not only succeeded during collective arrests, but eliminated clergymen of the church individually, eliminating 2 or 3 at a time. As a result, by the beginning of the Great Patriotic War, there were only several priests and 2 active cemetery churches in Penza region, the Church of Saint Mitrofan of Voronezh in Penza, and the Church of the Icon of Our Lady of Kazan in Kuznetsk. And only words of our Lord Jesus Christ open us the mystery how the Russian Orthodox Church could eventually be saved and revive up to its current conditions. I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it.